Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market video. Now in today's pre-market video we'll take a look at the Sensex Index. This is usually the Sensex expiry is always on Fridays, but from this month ahead the Sensex expiry will be on Tuesday. So today is the Sensex expiry and I'll take a look at what option buyers and option sellers can do with this index. Now usually I would cover the news, but I will not bother covering the news right now. This is, I think, how the market moved yesterday. The news has not that much importance. This is okay, HMPV will keep playing. Trump's right now, as of when I'm recording the video, Trump's tariff drama is playing on. That will continue, but I believe now we're going to have more of a technical play rather than news related play. So now I have loaded a Sensex chart on the 15-minute time frame, and anyone who's using my levels, these are the levels of the 7th January futures chart. So if you go and try to apply them, let's say on the monthly futures chart, you're not going to get any accuracy, and everything is computed on the 7th Jan futures chart. Now before we go into today's trading session, now yesterday's trading session I had shared post market how me and clients managed to catch even the position via positional option sells the full fall, and then also in intraday I had also shared that how I caught the fall. Now many are asking what were the signs. Number one, we could see that the index had reached a top. Number two, if we look at the previous, I have put the session breaks, these lines which indicate each trading day. Now we could see in this trading day, if we look, the volume build-up was poor. Most of the day spent with the bears having a stronger control, plus the trend catcher indicator was just hovering above zero, and before closing it had slipped below 0.2. Now, so when we opened the trading session on Monday 6th Jan, we had basically a volatile open with a big opening wick. But also if we look there at that point, the volume indicator completely pure bearish. Literally, if you look in terms of percentage, the bulls only control about 10% of the volume. So even though this price bar would signal there is a downside rejection, it meant that it's not a downside rejection, it's complete bearish. After that, we went sideways, and then at this point we formed a bearish high volume bar, which most people who have been watching my videos know its significance. And we can see at the minute we formed it, we just started a straight downfall and just basically had a clean sweep. And at that point the trend catcher was also going down. The simple volume indicator, which I give clients also, was completely bearish. So all signs were down. So that's why in intraday we were able to catch the short because of the indicators, plus in positional me and clients could catch it via option sells. This is the day before, on basically Friday, we had entered CE sells in Nifty, BANKNIFTY. We did not enter in Sensex, but in Nifty and BANKNIFTY we had entered, as the picture was roughly the same. So that is why and how the fall was captured. Now coming to today's trading session, now I believe the Sensex has reached a very important support range. And according to me, as long as the Sensex is between 78,300 and 77,650, we are not going to get a big move. This is, as within this move, it is a good range. We're going to get two-way moves. But I believe anyone who wants to trade the Sensex Index today, as I always say, go to next week's expiry and trade with those options. Don't trade with today's options, as in this move range you're going to get a lot of up and down moves, and if you're not a fast trader, and even if you're a fast trader, the probability of you making profits throughout the day will be lower. So it's better to go to next week's options as an option buyer and do it. If you're an option seller, naturally you want this week's options because you're playing for expiry. Now, as I said, between 78,300 and 77,650, it's a box range. Things are not going to go anywhere. However, if it breaks 78,300, then we'll have a big up move to 78,650 and 78,900. If that breaks, then 79,200. On the other hand, if you break the support between 77,800 and 77,650, then we'll be going down to 77,400, which is a very important support. And if that breaks, then we go to 77,050 to 76,900. So my option buying trading plan is pretty simple. between 77,650 and 78,300. Don't look for one-sided moves, look for dual moves, up and down. But if it goes below 77,650, then focus on the downside shots. If it goes above 78,300, focus on the upside trades. Naturally, use the levels which I've provided, plus what the chart is showing. And the ones who have access to my indicators, use the indicators too. As you can see how yesterday they guided us in intraday. You can see the day before how they were used to enter CE cells in the indexes, and all went well. So that's it for the option buying side. Now what for the option selling side? Now for the option selling side, I think it's a bit tricky, and that is why I would prefer, if I'm going to, I have not yet decided if I want to do option sales, as I want to see how the market opens. Now if I decide to do option sales in the Sensex, I will do it with lower volume. So if I usually deploy 100 rupees, I'll deploy 50 rupees. This is as the market is just very basically uncertain due to it reaching a key support zone, and the news factor of number one, on one side Trump, so like Washington Post has said that Trump is not actually going to be that harsh on tariffs as he says, but then Trump goes and says no, I will be, while some of his guys are also saying that Trump is bullshitting. He's not going to be that harsh. Then the HMPV scenario, where we are seeing it spread across Asia, but at the same time, the Indian government is trying to come and downplay it and say everything is going to be okay. And that is giving people COVID flashbacks. So all that factor will make the trading a bit tricky for option sales, because if it breaks this one of these sides, 77,650 or 78,300, then it will have a one directional move. So that will be bad for option sellers on that side. So how will I trade it? Now I will take a more cautious approach in this expiry first. As I said, if I do sell options, I will sell with half the usual capital I use. Number two, I usually share an aggressive trading plan and a cautious trading plan. This time it's all cautious. Now what's my cautious trading plan going to be? If the index I see opens roughly within this zone, it does not pop out of this zone first 15 minutes, for example, then I will end up selling calls above 78,650 and puts below 77,400. Naturally, as I said, if I'm going to deploy, let's say 50 rupees, I'll deploy 10, then wait a bit, then deploy 10 rupees, then deploy 10 rupees. And as it goes along, as I usually do, I keep adjusting my profit stop so as to ensure that by chance we break either this support or basically this support, this resistance, then I'm out of the position and that side leg continues. So one option leg is exited with profits and the other option leg goes to maximum profit towards zero basically. So that is how I'm going to play the option sales. I will primarily focus on option buying tomorrow. This is as we got a very good move in Monday's trading session, as I showed how my indicators and simple price action could have let you also catch that move. And I think option selling also is going to be a similar game. Option buying will be a similar game today. If it gets out of that range, then the levels plus the indicators will let me and whoever is using the indicators get a very profitable move. And the guys also using the level loans, with the price action, they'll also be able to capture a good amount of profit according to me. So that's my trading plan for today's Sensex expiry. If you liked it, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell. Thank you.